Hi everyone, Lori here of Art Lava Studio. Here's a regular French link stitch with kettle stitch on both ends. And here's my variation of it. I don't know if you can notice the difference. There's another section here that I filled up. And to compare, then you see this. I just filled it up by adding another stitch around. So this is a regular French link stitch that you can see from the inside, from the middle of every section. Notice the two internal stitches versus the variation one. Can you see the difference? There are two. So I went around this section twice. So that's, there you go. There, now you can see it. So I just went around twice this section to achieve this. So it goes in between every French link stitch. Okay, so we start from the outside of the spine, going into the center of a section. We leave a tail, back out again. Make sure there's no twisting. Go back in. Right. So the outside of the spine looks like this. That will be where the first French link stitch will be. The variation that I added will be here in this blank section. So instead of just going in and out and outside the last hole, go out as usual. So in and out. When you reach that next sewing station, I'm just adjusting it here. For the another French link stitch here, you go back. Okay, go back. So that's how you achieve this part. Okay, so I'm going back in. Make sure you don't snag the thread. Okay, and adjust by pulling along the spine gently. And pull the tail a bit. And we go back out. Notice in this one, there's two in the center. That's it. So you just go around twice. So I'm just going around. This is the second time. So you'll have two stitches in there. Out. This is a wax thread and it kind of does this a lot. So you have to keep adjusting and keep stretching the thread. Okay, adjust by pulling along the spine, by pulling the tail and the thread. So go back in. Your two fingers support the paper so it doesn't get crumbled. There, pull again along the spine very gently so you don't rip the paper. go out that last hole. Okay, and we add the next section. Here's the second section. So from here, you just go straight right in from outside. This is just some scrap paper that I'm making use of. So you'll notice a few old holes. I think that's the one that aligns with this. And this is when we do the French link. See, always support the paper, because sometimes if you pull, the paper will wrinkle or you get some folds, unwanted folds in there. Okay, just gently and come out that second hole. Okay, now we do the first French link stitch. Adjust it first, gently, pulling along the spine. Okay, a little bit more, because you can see it's still loose. A little bit more. There it is. Much better. Oh, I like to go under. You'll find space right where that hole is. So under and into the next empty hole. And now this is where we do that variation. Okay, support with the 2 fingers, because otherwise when you pull, see what happens if you don't support that hole with your 2 fingers. Right, so just keep the 2 fingers there and push it down gently and pull the needle out. That's the first French link stitch. Now we go around this empty space twice. Okay, adjust a little bit. Keep adjusting and aligning as you go. So out. And come around twice. There you go. I mean, just come around once and then out again. Find the space so you don't snag the thread. Somewhere above. Because if you snag the thread, it'll be hard to adjust. So maybe there. There we go. And support with your fingers. You see those 2? You've covered the 2 empty spaces now. And we come out again so we can do the French link on this side. Okay, adjust and pull along the spine. Okay, I'm going under. And into that hole. Okay, put it down and support with your fingers. There we go. And we tie it off with a regular knot. So we can add the next section. When we do add the third section or the third signature, that's when we do the kettle stitch on both sides. Right now, there's no way to kettle. There's nothing to hook on to do the kettle stitch. Okay, so adjust again, pull along the spine, check inside, there's nothing loose. All okay. One more time. Okay, it's just a regular knot. Yeah. And we add the next section. Right, here's the third section. Just put it on top. I made the knot there on the left. Just go in and support with your 2 fingers. Go out and adjust, and I'm just going under. And into that empty sewing station or empty hole. We want to achieve 2 thread in here. So we just go in and out again. Just hold your book gently. No need to squeeze tight because otherwise your book will get worn out when you squeeze too tight. Okay. Okay, we want another one. So just go around one more time. Right? Just go in that other hole. So there's really no need to make extra holes to achieve this look. So just go in there. Find a space in that hole. Above it, above the thread. So you don't snag it. There we go. You can kind of feel when you snag the thread sometimes. Adjust gently. Go out. Adjust gently. And we're going to that hole. So we're going underneath the previous section and out. Oops. There we go. Adjust gently and see how it moves slowly. There we go. And now we can do the kettle stitch, because now we can do, now we can skip one section and go that way. To the right, outside, going towards the right. So now we can do the kettle stitch. Skip one section, go between that thread. Right, and pull this. Once your needle is halfway out, put this behind and just keep pulling. Pull, pull, pull. And remember this loop. You don't have to do anything but just pull up gently. And that's the kettle stitch. It's a bit loose here. Let me just adjust. Okay. And here's how to kettle stitch on the left side. You just skip one section and find that space in between. The thread will be here. That's the one that came out. Okay, once your needle is halfway through, just put this behind. Right? Put this behind and you don't have to worry about it. Just pull, pull, pull. And make sure you adjust and check outside before you finalize this pull. Just pull, pull, pull all the way up, and you're ready to add the next section. Just make sure it's nice and snug, and then you see that pattern in here as well. Okay, and then just simply add the next section on top. Okay, we are short of thread now. It's time to add a new one. So remove the needle from the old thread. Take your new thread, make a regular loop and a knot. It's just a simple knot. Right, the short side. Wait, let me make that longer. Have a short side here and then the long side on the right. So it doesn't matter how you make the loop, just make that loop. Okay, this is on top if you like to follow it this way, and you just make a regular knot. This one goes behind and into that knot. Yeah, the long side goes in. And pull a little bit. Pull the short side, the ones on the left. Pull it until you have that small loop. And that's when you insert the old thread. Make sure it's nice and tight. So when I do this, I like to put a weight on the book block so it doesn't become loose. Okay, so there it is. Insert the old thread. Put the new thread all the way down, as close to that hole as possible. Pull the two sides of the new thread. Okay, stay down. pull the short and long side, and you will feel a click, 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 click. There we go, I think. Yeah, now it's locked. Okay, trim the two short sides. Remove the weight and insert the new thread into the needle. If your thread is too round, you can just flatten it so it goes through the eye of a needle a bit faster. There you go. And continue on. Okay, this is the last section. So we do our last kettle stitch. Okay, put this behind and just pull the needle. So since there's nowhere else to go, we go back in the same hole and lock inside. Okay, let's adjust one more time. So we go in that last hole and make a knot inside. Okay, nothing loose. Can go whichever way under this thread. Alright, once you have that loop, just go in and pull. That's it. And I like to tuck it in so it's not sticking out. So just go in one more time under the thread and then just trim. There we go. Here's a French link stitch variation. Oh, we need to tuck this in. Right, remove the tape. I almost forgot about the tail. Take your needle. It'll be too short, so what I like to do is put the needle in first. Okay, where it doesn't get snagged. Put the needle in first. And pull. And just make a simple knot. So you don't need a needle here. You just lift a little bit. There we go. There, and I like to tuck it in. Find that space where that knot is, and that's where you go in. And trim. Okay. Now we're done. French kettle stitch with a variation. This is A5, A6. And here's the regular French knot, a French link stitch. And these two are variations. Okay, thank you for watching.